Algebra 2 Cram, New York State Algebra 2 Regents, Common Core, Key Facts, Trigonometry, Law of Cosines. Question 5, a squared is equivalent to b squared plus c squared minus 2b times c, times the cosine of a. To order this complete Algebra 2 cram session, inbox me at memedicine@gmail.com. And I don't just want to overload you with information, but as a bonus, you'll receive the keys to being successful at anything in life, okay? So definitely inbox me for pricing and ordering instructions, and also spread the word to your friends and classmates who need to cram for Algebra 2. And I'd like to dedicate this video to my brother JC, who always made me feel like I was smarter than him, although I'm not, because he's an actual professor and I'm not. But I still know what I'm doing, so definitely order. All right, let's get into the question. Review question 5. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C. is made up of 2 walls, each 246.75 feet long, that meet to form an angle. The distance between the far ends of the walls is 438.14 feet. Find to the nearest tenth of a degree the angle between the walls where they meet. All right, this is not difficult, but it is a multi-step process. So I'll give you a brief moment to put your answer together. Definitely press pause. All right, so hopefully by now you were able to arrive at an answer. And if you weren't, that's completely fine. Although we're not instructed to do so, the first thing that we're going to do to orient our minds visually is to draw a diagram. So we're told that the memorial is made up of 2 walls, each being 246.75 feet. Okay, and we're also told that they meet at an angle. What the measurement of this angle is, we don't know just yet. Okay, that's what we're going to figure out. And we're also told that the distance between the far ends of the wall is 438.14 feet. So what we have to do now is find to the nearest tenth of a degree the angle between the walls. And so we know 3 sides of what is the shape of a triangle. So we need one angle, basically. That's what we're told to find out. And we're going to use the law of cosines to figure this out, okay? So hopefully you're familiar with the law of cosines. It basically says that a squared, that is the side opposing angle A, is equivalent to b squared, that is the side opposing angle B, plus c squared, that is the side opposing the corner or angle C, minus 2bc, the cosine of angle A. Okay? All right, so our angle A, we designated to be the missing angle, or the angle of interest, okay? And we appointed B and C arbitrarily. I always have issues with that word, to these 2 corners, okay? Alrighty then, so now that we have that, let's just review this one more time. A, that is side A rather than angle A, is equivalent to 438.14, which we're told in the question stem. And B, which is also equivalent to C, that is the side opposing angle B and the side opposing angle C, has a measurement of 246.75 feet. So what we can go ahead and do now is plug in this specific information into the law of cosines, and we get 438.14 squared is equivalent to 246.75 squared plus 246.75 squared minus 2 times 246.75 times 246.75 times the cosine of the unknown angle A, where the two walls meet, okay? So now we're going to evaluate the exponents and simplify. Oh, Lord. We get 7,195.5346 is equivalent to a negative 121,771.125 times the cosine of 8. Okay, so when we evaluate this expression, these two expressions, and add them and carry them over to the left-hand side via subtraction, we wind up with this number on the left-hand side and this expression on the right-hand side. So we're going to further simplify. And basically, when we divide by negative 121,771,000.125 on the left and right-hand side, we get negative 0.5764546,776 is equivalent to the cosine of 8. So don't be intimidated. You know, you can solve this for those of you who are not familiar. Anytime you have a trigonometric function, such as sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, whatever, all you're going to do to figure out the hidden angle is take the inverse cosine or the inverse trigonometric function of both sides, which looks a little something like this. So we're taking the inverse cosine, and that's represented by something that looks like a -1 exponent, but it doesn't mean that, of negative 0.5764546,776 on the left-hand side, and taking the inverse cosine of cosine basically eliminates the cosine function. Okay, and we're left with A, which is the unknown angle that we're trying to figure out, okay? All right. So when we evaluate this expression using your calculator, first of all, make sure you're in degree mode. If you don't know how to get your graphing calculator into degree mode, inbox me and I can direct you to some of my videos that show you how to do just that, okay? And the answer is going to be A is equivalent to 125.2015679. This is not radians, this is degrees. And to the nearest tenth of a degree, our answer is going to be 125.2 degrees. Okay? All right, so thanks for tuning in. Be sure to order the entire Cram series so you can also learn the secrets to life. I don't just want to inundate your mind with information. I want to kind of pick your brain, shake it up, and put it back together, because there's several components to success, whether in Algebra 2 or in any endeavor you're doing. All right, goodbye.